Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to St. Michael's e-learning classes. My name is Francis sir, and today, my dear children, we will be continuing with our last chapter, which we had finished halfway, and the chapter was chapter number 11 of Social Science for Standard 5. We had ended up till the portion water pollution. So today we will continue further with this chapter and we study further. The next topic which we are going to study today is soil pollution. So let's see what is soil pollution all about. Soil pollution is also known as land pollution. It happens when pollutants cause soil to become infertile or unusable. Soil in volcanic areas and oil fields is often polluted by volcanic activity and minerals. This is why in these areas have no vegetation. So soil pollution, it is also known as land pollution. Now, why it is known as land pollution? The reason is it happens, or the soil pollution or land pollution, it happens when the pollutants cause soil to become infertile or unusable. That is, when the pollutants or the impure particles, they enter the soil and they make the soil infertile or unusable. You cannot use it for cultivation. And soil in volcanic areas and oil fields is often polluted. So these are the two areas which are often polluted by volcanic activity and minerals. So that is why obviously in volcanic areas and oil fields you do not have any vegetation. There is no possibility. Now some human-made activities causing land pollution are, now what are the human-made land pollution or soil pollution? Let's see the human-made. The artificial was through volcanic areas and oil fields. Now what are the human-made activities? Improper disposal of household garbage on streets and in open drains. Improper disposal of contaminated medical garbage. Improper disposal or leakage of harmful chemicals in industrial areas. Abandonment of open mines and construction sites. Excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides and insecticides in farming. So what the human-made activities which causes soil and land pollution? First of all, they are improper disposal of household garbage which we throw when we are in our homes. The second is improper disposal of contaminated medical garbage when we throw all the medical waste. So through chemical. Then we come to abandon improper disposal or leakage of harmful chemicals, which you have already studied. Next is abandonment of open mines. When we leave all the open mines and construction sites like this, so all the waste they enter through the soil. So through open mines and construction sites. Lastly, we have excessive use of fertilizers. When we use excessive use of fertilizers, pesticides and insecticides, they are harmful chemicals, and because of this, the soil is polluted. So use of fertilizers or pesticides. So these are the ways in which we cause land or soil pollution through human-made activities. Soil pollution may cause headache, nausea, and skin rash. In extreme cases, it can even cause cancer and can damage the kidney, liver, and the nervous system. Yes, excessive use of soil pollution may causes skin problems, health problems like headache, nausea, as well as cancer, and it can also damage the liver, kidney, and nervous system. Now let's see the next pollution, which is noise pollution. What is noise pollution? Noise pollution is the occurrence of loud, disruptive, and unbearable sound. Sound is measured in decibels. The comfort level of sound for humans is 20 to 120 decibels. When we hear anything above 90 decibels, it becomes harmful for us. Honking of vehicles, blaring, loudspeakers, construction activities, and rock concerts cause noise pollution. Areas like factories, airports, railway stations, and busy highways are the commonly affected areas. So, noise pollution means when we have occurrence or when a lot amount of loud, disruptive, that is very much irritating and unbearable sound, you cannot bear it, is produced. We call this as noise pollution. And noise pollution is measured in decibels. Now the comfort level of human decibels, that is from 20 to 103 decibels. dB means decibels. In this decibels range we can hear it and no harm is caused. But when it increases, it becomes harmful for us. And how noise pollution is created through honking of vehicles, loudspeakers, construction activities, and also through rock concerts. Noise pollution causes stress, irritation, annoyance, and even digestion problems. Excessive noise pollution can even cause deafness and high blood pressure. Hence, hospitals and schools ban honking around them. It also disrupts animal life and scares away birds and animals from the area. So, noise pollution, yes, it causes very much stress, irritation, and it even causes deafness when you are not able to hear, as well as high blood pressure. That's why in hospitals and schools we have a signboard in which it is written that please decrease your voice, decrease the noise, so that it does not affect the people who are inside the hospital and school respectively. Last, we come to radioactive pollution. Radioactive pollution is the pollution caused by radioactive or nuclear material. Some nuclear materials are uranium, radium, and plutonium. These may be caused in the form of fuel or weapon. If nuclear material wastes are not disposed properly, then it may prove extremely dangerous. So, radio pollution is a pollution which is caused by radioactive or through nuclear materials. Now, what is nuclear materials? My children, nuclear means being or related to radioactive substances. When any radioactive substances causes radioactive pollution, in that way we have this particular pollution or this particular issue. And some nuclear materials are uranium. Now, these are the nuclear materials: uranium. Then we have radium and plutonium. These are the nuclear substances which causes radioactive pollution. And if we use these nuclear materials in which areas, my dear children, in the form of fuel or weapon, when we are using it for war purposes or when we are using it as a fuel, only then we use nuclear materials. But many a times we leave it like that and we do not dispose it properly. Either they are not kept properly or they are just left like that. Because of this, radioactive pollution occurs, and it is obviously very much dangerous. How it is dangerous? Exposure to radioactive materials can cause skin cancer, genetic disorder, physical deformity, generational disorder, infection. So you can see what it causes a lot of dangerous diseases like skin cancer, genetic disorder, as well as generation disorder. When you have one after another generation and they get this particular disease automatically. Now, Chernobyl disaster in Ukraine, 1986, and Fukushima Daiichi disaster, Japan 2011 are some of the tragic nuclear disasters. So in history we have two serious disasters. One was in Chernobyl disaster in Ukraine in the year 1986 and Fukushima Daiichi disaster in Japan 2011. It caused a lot of disaster. Many people died as well as there was a loss of property. So we must be careful of this radioactive pollution. So in this way, my dear children, we have finished this particular chapter number 11, titled pollution, And very soon we will do the question answers, fill in the blanks of this particular chapter as well as the previous chapter which we had done, that is chapter number 9. So till then, till the rise. Thank you.